Yes, of course. We have already 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left.
Yes.
So I'm waiting for
Yes.
the few more students.
Sure.
Let me join first, then I will make you host. Nora.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay. So Nora, one more thing. Today's program is with two parts. First of all is your presentation, and second one is the question and answering session. So in the second
Sure.
part, student will ask some questions. So you have to you need to answer it.
Absolutely.
So ensure that you have to unmute, mute all the participants except me and Ivan Jamal Ahmed. So only 3%, me, you, and Ivan Jamal Ahmed will talk. And when the first part, your presentation will complete, then you unmute all the students.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, 9 participants waiting for more. I think we should start.
You mind to start, Nora?
Or you wish to wait for a few?
Sure.
Would you like to wait for the more participants, or you would like to start now?
It's up to you. We have 1 minute, one more minute. So if you would like to wait, I can wait with you for more participants. But if you suggest me, I can. It's up to you. I can start it.
Okay. So we will wait for 1 more minute. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. I know it's kind of late for you.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's good for the students because they are now all relaxed, so they can join the meeting.
Perfect. Very nice.
It's 8. So hand over the mic to Nora and the host. Okay, Nora, take it over.
Okay.
So I'll make you host right now, Nora.
Sure.
So from now, you are the host. Make sure that you have to mute the students. Okay, I'm making host you.
Perfect. So good evening, everyone. Salam alaikum. I know it's kind of late for you. Thank you for participating our meeting. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Nora Kemény. I'm the key account international manager for Budapest Metropolitan University. And of course, I will be introducing to you a little bit Budapest and Budapest Metropolitan University, our programs, a little bit overview of who we are and why Budapest Metropolitan University. I have a nice presentation, which I will share with you. So give me just a minute, and I hope you will be able to see my screen. And I will ask your confirmation, of course, if you can see my screen. Can you please confirm it? Maybe Nafiz, if you can see my screen, because I shared it and perfect. Okay. So basically you are seeing my first slide.
First slide. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So I will go on and start the presentation.
Okay.
So basically, the first thing which I would like to give you a fresh report about the coronavirus situation, because unfortunately still a hot topic in Hungary and all over the world. Basically, what you have to know right now about the coronavirus situation in Hungary, that it's quite relaxed, meaning that what you can imagine, over half of the population got vaccinated. So basically, we do not need to wear the face mask indoors or neither outdoors. So what I can confirm for you as well, that the students who arrived for the September intake, they have a face-to-face education. So basically, this is what we are planning for the February intake as well. And why they were basically arriving to Hungary, it was quite easy and smooth arriving, entering Hungary. Really few students needed to take quarantine. Basically, the students needed to take quarantine who were not vaccinated. So you have to know that if you are vaccinated, let me just, I think some of you are not muted. Let me check. And then, sorry, let me just mute everyone.
Yeah.
Because then I think it's, you will be not bothered with the, okay, perfect. Muted. Okay. I think everyone is muted now. That's what it's showing me. So hopefully now there are no background noises.
Yeah.
Can you confirm? Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm just coming back. Yes, so regarding the coronavirus situation, it's quite relaxed, as I mentioned it already. And, you know, we do believe that even now the numbers went up a little bit, who are basically affected by the virus. But basically, because of over the half of the population got vaccinated, you know, we do believe that even if the fourth wave is hitting us, basically we will stay safe. So it's very important for you to know, because I know it's unfortunately still a hot topic. So I just wanted to give you a quick report. Basically, everything is, as I mentioned, all the programs except the English preparatory are happening face to face, so not online education, but face to face. And a little bit, I would like to talk to you about Hungary, you know, before I'm jumping to Budapest Metropolitan University. Basically, let me show you the map of Europe. You can see this yellowish spot where Hungary is. Basically, we call, you know, Hungary as an Eastern European country, but if you take a look at the map, you will really see that Hungary is in the middle of Europe. So it's basically in the middle of Europe. And why I am highlighting this to you, because basically, as we are in the heart of Europe, you know, for you it will be really, really easy traveling around Europe from Budapest, meaning that in a couple hours, even if you take a train or you take a flight, you will. I don't think everybody is muted. I'm just gonna mute everybody because for some reason it's not. Sorry, I'm just muting all of you because there are a lot of background noises. Okay, perfect. And now I did mute everybody except Nafis. Okay, perfect. So going back a little bit of basically why Hungary, as I mentioned, that it was really, really easy traveling from Hungary to many different cities and countries in Europe. And it's, you know, why I'm mentioning it, because basically our students are really, really, by experience are really happy about this, that they can, within 3 hours, just mentioning, you know, maybe Austria, or maybe, you know, in 5 hours they can be in Italy, or in a couple hours in Germany. And it's still very affordable traveling from Budapest to many, many Western European countries. So this is a very important thing for you to know. And of course, really important to mention that we are the member of the European Union since 2004. But for you, what is even more important to know about Hungary, that we are the member of the Schengen zone. So why I am highlighting it to you, that for you it's even more important to know. So basically, it means that once you get a student visa to come to Hungary, and once you arrive to Hungary, you will have 30 days to get a so-called residency permit card. It's a plastic card that you will get. And, you know, I like to say to you that basically you will have the same rights as I have a Hungarian citizen. So basically with this plastic card, you can freely travel around the Schengen zone countries in Europe. So that's why, you know, it's really important for you to know that once you get this residency permit card, which is a must to get, as I mentioned, within the first 30 days you entered Hungary with your student visa, you will get the permit card and you can freely travel. We are also the member of the NATO, which is a military organization. It's for you important to know, but thankfully it's not a topic we need to discuss further.
Yes.
What is even more important for you, what kind of opportunities we are offering you as an international student. So basically, if you come and you will be our international student in Hungary, you will be allowed to work 20 hours per week. What does that mean? Basically, working 20 hours per week in Hungary, you will be making about 300 euros a month. And why I'm saying this? Because you can imagine that the average monthly living cost with accommodation included, so please remember that it's with accommodation included, will cost you about 500 euros. So by working as an intern 30 hours per week, you will make over half of the average living monthly cost. You know, I'm not making that you will be so rich by working 20 hours per week, but still, you know, you can make a nice pocket money, you can get some experience, and we are here, the university is helping you, finding, you know, this 20 hours work per week within international companies. And why I'm mentioning also this, because you have to know that the living expenses in Hungary, you know, I like to highlight that they are very affordable, as you can see on my slide. So basically, as I mentioned, it's still Eastern European, on the Eastern European coast, but Hungary is really offering a Western European way of living. What do I mean about this? You can just imagine, you know, maybe I'm highlighting the coffee in Italy. So basically, you can buy the same cup of coffee in Italy for much more expensive than in buying in Hungary, but you will get the same coffee. So that's you know, just a little example how you can imagine why I'm highlighting that Hungary is still a very affordable, basically city to live in. I think it's important for all of us. And you know, I would like to also show you some photos of Hungary, not just Budapest, because basically, you know, it's important, I think, for you to know how the basically Hungary looks like, you know, because what our experiences and the feedbacks from our students, that they really like to travel, you know, in the countryside. So that's why, you know, I put some photos for you about Hungary from our countryside, because that's what the students enjoy. And basically the freshmen, we do take them for 2 days to the countryside, and they arrive. When they arrive and when they arrive and they start their programs. Okay, let me mute. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to show you some you know, examples of how you can imagine how Hungary looks like. And why Budapest, of course, because you will be living in Budapest once you come to study in Budapest. So basically, what I would highlight for you, the first thing, that 3 years ago, Hungary was chosen the most affordable international city among students, so among the students, basically. But of course, also within the tourists, 2 years ago, Hungary was chosen the best European destination in Europe. So basically, the best European destination in. So as I already mentioned, let me show you some photos of Budapest. That basically, Budapest has so much to offer culturally, historically also. So you can see on my side basically how now Budapest is looking like. And why did I put the first photo on my slide? Basically, okay. So basically, what I'm showing to you here. Okay, I think now I muted all of you. Yeah. So why did I put the first photo on my slide? Because basically what is important for you to know that in Hungary, most of the population, we are Christians, so we do celebrate Christmas. And Christmas time, I can confirm to you, it's one of the most enjoyable, most memorable holiday which the students, the international students, are really enjoying. We have a lot of Christmas fairs. As you can see on the first slide, there is a tram which is lighted, so we light up everything around the city. I always go back, you know, to United States, because that's where it started. So we copy pasted it, and Budapest is looking so beautiful at the Christmas time. And I'm also showing you some historical buildings of Budapest, like the Fisherman's Bastion. That's how you can imagine Budapest, a lot of history, lot of culture. So once you are walking around Budapest, you will see a lot of historical buildings all over Budapest. It's not just one side that I'm showing you some images. You will face it all over the city. And of course, we are really famous about our thermal baths. Of course, because of the healing power of the thermal bath water, but I can confirm it to you that it's a big organization in Budapest, basically that the universities are organizing some event parties for our international students, which is a really nice organization. So students can go, be at the thermal bath. This Széchenyi thermal bath is the most famous in I would say in all over Hungary, but also enjoy meeting, students from different kind of universities. So it's not I'm not saying that it's organized by Budapest Metropolitan University. It's organized in Budapest within the university. It's a really nice event. So if you come to study in Budapest, even to Budapest Metropolitan University or any university, please do not miss to participate at least once in this amazing, basically student get-over. I'm showing you some more images of Budapest, as I mentioned to you, historically, a lot of historical buildings. And of course, as you see, we have a Budapest Eye, very similar as the London Eye. If you sit on it, of course, you have the view of Budapest. And you can see our most famous chain bridge. We have altogether 7 bridges in the Budapest, but chain bridge is the most beautiful. As you can see, the lions are protecting us. And of course, as I promised, I will be moving to my Budapest Metropolitan University. On the slide, basically, you can see the main building, the main campus building. It's a exactly round-shaped building. So you can, maybe you have already seen it. We have a lot of students who are taking photos with the building and posting on Instagram and Facebook accounts, because it's a rare building. Most of the buildings are not exactly rounded shaped buildings. So just wanted you to see that basically this is our main building. And just before I will jump to the programs, let me tell you, it's really important for you to know that we are the biggest private university in Hungary. So again, in Hungary, we have about 6,500 students. And among these students, a little bit over 1,200 students are international students who are coming from over 100 countries. I have made a little map for you, so you can see where the students are coming from. And of course, maybe it's not a surprise for you that the biggest market for us, where most of our international students are coming from, is China. But as you can see, we have students 2%, which actually now moved a little bit up from the September intake. You can see Bangladesh as well on the little map I have made. But as you can see, we have students from all over the world. And why? What is our feedback? Having students from all over the world, the students are really happy about it, that they can meet different kind of nationalities. They become friends with many other students from all over the world. So it's very important to mention. And now let me talk to you about some of our programs. Of course, as I already promised to you, basically, we have to have a very wide understanding of the student needs, and we need to be very flexible, of course, as well. So, of course, with our understanding, we do know that we have students who would always like to go, to the UK. So basically, now what I'm showing to you, that we have a collaboration with Northumbria University, which university is in the UK. So what basically this program means exactly? Basically, it means that you will start your program in Budapest. And once you start your program, you will be studying 2 years in Budapest. Sorry, it's very important to mention that this program is available for the business students. But as I can confirm it to you, that students from Bangladesh, they are the most attractive for you. It's basically the business programs. So basically, that's why I would like to highlight this program as well. That basically you will come studying at Metropolitan, Budapest Metropolitan universities for the first 2 years. It's very important, first 2 years. From the third year, you can decide that for the third year, you would like to move and finish your studies at Northumbria University at the London, basically at the London campus of Northumbria University. So what does that mean? That you will get a UK degree. So you will have a UK degree, not a dual degree, although you have studied 2 years at Budapest Metropolitan University and you have been paying the low fees of Budapest Metropolitan University. The third year, you will be studying at the London campus, as I mentioned, and you will get a UK degree. Plus, what is really important to mention, that you will get 25% discount of the flat rates of the Northumbria University. And you know why I'm highlighting and why do I mention this program especially to you? Because you know I know that many of the students, they would like to go to UK, you would like to, but you know, for typical reasons, most typical reasons is financial reasons or English language skills. You know, you are not able basically to go and study in the UK. So what we offer is basically to come to Budapest Metropolitan University and, you know, get maybe financially stronger or maybe prove your English level skills. And on the third year, you will be able to basically go to the UK and finish your studies and get a UK degree. So it's a very good option for all the students, all of you who really wanted to go to the UK, but for these typical reasons, you could not go to the UK basically. So it's a collaboration again. And the most important to mention is it's not a dual degree. So please remember that basically after 2 years, on your third year, you will finish in 1 year and you will get a UK degree, okay? And let me show you our study programs that we are offering. Basically, I will start with the bachelor's programs, art-related programs. We have animation, motion picture, graphic design, media design, visual representation, photography, environmental design. The prices you can see on my slide. So the prices you can see on my slide, that basically is 3,500 euros per semester. And please remember, I'm always talking per semester. What I need to highlight for you is basically that we do not have a February intake for art-related programs, okay? So please remember that for art-related programs, we only have a September intake, so only September intake. But now moving on to the business-related programs, as I already mentioned to you that from Bangladesh, students will most typically, the most attractive program for you will be business administration and management. Let me confirm it to you. And as you can see that the tuition fee is 2,500 euros, and this is per semester, okay? So I'm always talking about the tuition fees per semester. And what is important for you to know that basically we have a February intake as well, September and February intake as well. So right now, the application is open for you for the February intake. So please do remember that if you would like to apply, it's open till the 30th of November for now, okay? And then also we have, I would like to highlight for you some communication and tourism programs. I would say that the most attractive from communication, tourism, and social sciences is tourism and catering. And of course, we have also another really attractive program, which I will talk to you. So bear with me a little bit. At the end of the presentation, I will explain another really appealing program, what we basically offer to you. The tuition fee, again, you can see is 2,500 euro per semester. And we again have a September and February intake as well. Please do remember, it's really important. So basically, from bachelor programs, business, communication, social sciences, tourism programs, there is September and February intake, so 2 intakes per year. Now moving on to the master's programs, I just made basically very similar size to you. First related to art, which I'm highlighting. Basically, you can see is 3,600 euros per semester. And again, please remember, art-related programs only start in September. There is no February intake for art-related programs. But as I already mentioned to you, that Bangladeshi students, most of you will choose business-related programs. If I need to highlight from master's programs, it's the most attractive is management and leadership and our MBA program. You can see that for management and leadership, it's 2,600 euros per semester, again per semester, and MBA is 2,900 euros per semester. And we do have a February intake as well. So as I mentioned, September and February intake as well. It's very important, to highlight for me this, so there are no misunderstanding which program when to start. Okay, and as I mentioned it to you already, the application is open. It's right now open for you. So if you would like to apply, please do so. Okay, and now, as I've been talking about prices to you, let me talk to you about a much nicer program that we offer. Basically, we do offer scholarship. Let me explain it to you. What does this mean? Basically, it's called the METU Excellence Scholarship, which means that 30 new students will be selected for our merit-based scholarship. So it's a merit-based scholarship. Please do remember. It means that basically the chosen applicants will get a 1,000 euro scholarship from the first year of studies. How we pick our students to be eligible for this scholarship, basically it's based on the record of the transcripts, based on the English level skills, and on the Zoom interview. I will be shortly explaining it to you. We have a Zoom interview, which is the part of the application procedure, but I will explain it to you just in a minute. Please do remember, it's really important. I always highlight that as we are a private university, and I'm sure many of you have heard about the Stipendium Hungaricum. Right now, unfortunately, we cannot offer the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship. We do have the METU Excellence Scholarship, okay, that we do offer for our international students. And as I just mentioned to you, in a minute, I will be talking about the Zoom interview. What does that mean? But before, let me show you basically the dormitories that we do offer. You can see the photos. I would like to confirm that most of the students, for visa purposes as well, so please remember that for visa purposes, I do highly recommend to please start your study in a dormitory that we offer. We have 2 contracted dormitories, basically. As you can see, they are really nice. You will feel you are in a hotel. And why do I highlight that? For visa purposes, it's kind of important, and that's why I highly recommend to choose one of our contracted dormitories, because basically now at the visa interview you will be asked to show the contract, that you have a contract signed by you with the dormitory. And let me just tell you that basically, of course, once we are issuing your final letter, that you will go to the embassy to take your visa interview. Of course, in the final letter, we are going to highlight that you will be staying in one of our dormitories. But now, with experience, the embassy is requiring the signed dormitory contract which you signed. Okay, and again, going back, renting out an apartment, not being in Hungary, it's really complex. I honestly do not recommend it, because still in Hungary, the landlord, if you would like to rent an apartment, he or she wants to meet you in person, and it's a very long procedure if you would like to rent an apartment without being in Hungary and from so far away. So I really do not recommend, also because of visa purposes. As if you choose which I really do not recommend to rent an apartment, you will need to bring the rental contract to the embassy for your visa interview. So please, what I suggest, really start at the dormitory. I can confirm that 99.9% of our international students are starting at the dormitory. Maybe 3 months or after 6 months staying in the dormitory, you will meet friends, and then you will decide that, okay, now I have my new friends, and I will just move out and rent an apartment with them. That's very typical. And once you are already here in Hungary, that's easy, and you can do that. But for the visa purposes, please do remember, I highly recommend, and I usually highlight it. Okay, also in the dormitory, we have shared rooms, we have single rooms, and I can confirm that the students are really enjoying staying in the dormitories. And as I promised to you, I will be talking, of course, of the application procedure, which I already mentioned. Zoom interview is part of the application procedure. So basically, what are the required documents? One of the required documents, the list is short, thankfully. So basically, it's one of the required documents is your passport, and then the transcripts which you have. Of course, if you are applying for a bachelor's program, your high school diploma and your transcripts, of course, secondary school diploma. If you are applying for master's program, then of course your bachelor's degree with the final exam results, and of course official English translations. Please do remember, very important to highlight, we do not require IELTS. So IELTS is not a requirement, not from us, from the university, and neither when you go to take the visa interview, okay? So IELTS is not required, but as I mentioned it to you already, that we do have a Zoom interview, which I will explain it to you, and as part of the application procedure, we will basically check your English language knowledge. So if you are a student applying for bachelor's program, you should have, the level of 5.5 IELTS level, okay? And if you are a master level applicant, please remember that you should have a knowledge of 6.0 IELTS level, because we will be testing it. Some requirements that are mandatory, and we kind of have to be strict, is the age requirements, because embassy is looking for the same. Basically, if you are applying for bachelor's program, you should not be more than 27 years old. And if you are applying for master's program, you should not be older than 30 years old, okay? For art program, if you ever consider arts program, there the age could be a little bit different, even 35 years old, but that's only with art-related programs, okay, with the experience, and it's a little bit different with the art-related program portfolio. But as I mentioned to you already, that for you, Bangladeshi students are choosing mostly business and tourism. Unfortunately, these are mandatory, the age requirements, okay? And as I promised to you, let me talk about now the Zoom interview. So as the application procedure, it has 4 parts. So the first part, of course, we do understand that you have to meet someone from a different country, and you need to express yourself in English. So the first part is really a warm-up, like meeting my colleague from the admission team, talk about family, about your hobbies, about daily routine, life in the country. So it's a warm-up. You can meet the admission committee and then get more relaxed. The second part is the most important part, okay? So that's basically the motivational part, which I always highlight, that it's very important. Why do you want to come to Budapest Metropolitan University? You have to have some academic knowledge, of especially of the program you are applying to. Let me say some example. So basically, as I mentioned already about business, I would say that I would simply say that if you are applying to business, imagine that I'm giving you a lot of money to start a business with, what would you like? What would you start a new business? Like, what kind of business would you start? Would you trade goods or rather services? Why? What are the advantages or disadvantages? Or I would say, if you are a businessman from Dhaka, I would say that what are you trading with? What are the challenges? But please remember, there are no good and no bad answers, okay? Basically, we would like to find out if you have some ideas, some knowledge and understanding of the program you are applying to. And also, as I mentioned, the necessary vocabulary, because as I mentioned, we do not require IELTS, but we are testing your English level skills basically through our Zoom interview, okay? So and again, it's kind of a preparation for the visa interview questions. The third part is basically almost the same questions you will be asked what the embassy at the visa interview they will be asking from you. You know, it's again, why would you like to come to Budapest? Why did you choose Budapest Metropolitan University? Why didn't you choose any other universities? What do you know about the university? So basically, it's some supporting questions that we know you will be asked also at the visa interview, okay? And please do remember that if you answer that, if I'm asking what do you know about Hungary, if your answer will be Hungary nice, Hungary people good, that's you know not enough. I mean, it's the vocabulary is poor and limited. You know, we are interested in unique answers. As I mentioned, no good, no bad answers. So just some unique answers. You know, we are interested in you, that what is your uniqueness. And the fourth part, unfortunately, that's the part that we also dislike, but unfortunately it's a mathematical test, which is basically a basic knowledge of high school math. So you do not need to worry, and I can confirm it back to you that students from Bangladesh have a good and strong math knowledge. So you usually do not face any difficulties with the math test. You need to score 60%, basically, and why it's very important, you know, to take this test, because at the visa interview, the embassy is requiring you to take a math test, unfortunately. So that's now the scenario. Of course, we would love to change this, but for now, I need to confirm it to you that's the rule, and this we need to follow. And of course, you know, in the beginning of if you're applying to business, in the beginning, in the first year, you will be studying calculus, microeconomics, microeconomics. So this is the reason. Okay, and now, so this is the Zoom interview, which is part of the application. So once you apply, it's a very easy application portal that basically you can apply to just online, basically filling out your name, nationality, passport number, and then uploading your documents, as I mentioned, passport and the transcript. After, my colleague, the admission committee, will take a look at your application, your documents, and he or she will be inviting you for the Zoom interview, okay? And after the successful Zoom interview, of course, we will let you know if it was successful or if it was not successful. We are going to send you the conditional letter, but let me explain it to you a little bit further, that basically after the successful Zoom interview, you will get from us the conditional letter, where we state basically how much you need to pay. Please do remember that the tuition fee, when you are applying, it's always you need to pay 2 semesters. Please, this is important to mention, but I'm just in a minute going to move on my second slide and explain it to you that which payments need to be done. Basically, application fee, dormitory deposit, visa assistance fee, and healthcare insurance, which are must to pay after the successful Zoom interview, okay? So if you are applying through our trusted partner ER study, then I would like to confirm that the application fee and all these fees you can pay after the successful Zoom interview, okay? This is very important to mention, because if we have a student who applies individually himself or herself, you will be asked to pay before the Zoom interview the application fee, okay? But as I mentioned it to you, once you are applying to EEA studies, then you will not be asked at your application only after the successful Zoom interview to please pay the application fee basically together with the tuition fee, okay, of your program, which you have been choosing. 2 semesters you need to pay. Again, I'm coming back to the visa purposes. It's kind of a requirement from the embassy. Embassy needs to see in the final letter which we are going to issue and send to you, which you can go to the visa interview with, that we state that the student has paid 2 semesters fee.
Nora, can I interrupt?
Sure.
Yeah. Could you please mention also the name of the Reliance Overseas and City Education LLP out there? They also will apply, and we hope that for as part they are also participating, you will be able to give them the 10% discounts to who will ever apply from them. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So as it was mentioned, exactly. So EEA studies and
Reliance Overseas,
Reliance Overseas
and City Education LLP.
And CPA tuition LLP. So
City Education LLP is from Sylhet.
Okay, from Sylhet.
It is one of the best giant organizations from Sylhet. So he's also there with us. So
perfect. Okay.
I will introduce him with you. Okay. Because he's he's in mute mode. That's why he can talk. But he's also there with us. Okay.
Okay. So sorry, we will introduce each other. Sure. So as it was mentioned, if you are applying to our trusted partners, as we mentioned, then you will be able to pay application fee together with the tuition fee after the successful Zoom interview. So please remember, and there will be again one more thing which I will mention to you. If you are applying to our trusted partners, what discount you will get. But just as an explanation, I made a calculation. So if you are a bachelor level applicant, you will be paying about 5,000 to 6,000 euros in order to get a seat to the university. If you are a master level applicant, you will be paying about 6,000 to 7,000 euros, again, as I'm mentioning, in order to get a seat to the university, okay? And as I mentioned, the tuition fees for 2 semesters that you will need to start with. But what is really nice, do you see this 10% discount? So it's basically for you, if you apply, as we mentioned, through our trusted partners, after the webinars within 2 weeks, then you will get 10% discount, okay, from the first semester's tuition fees. So please do remember that you will have this 10% only if you apply through our trusted partners, okay? This is also very important to mention. So just a small summary, basically about the application procedure. So we will need your transports, the transcripts from you. There is an online application portal, really easy to use. Once you applied, we check your documents you uploaded, and then we will invite you for the Zoom interview. After which, if it was successful, we will send you the conditional letter. So you can, after the successful Zoom interview, you can pay all the fees together once you receive from us the conditional acceptance letter, okay? And after you transfer basically the money to us, then once we receive the money that you transfer, we will issue the final letter of admission, which means that with this final letter of admission, you can basically go to your visa interview, okay? So that's very important, that will be your supporting documents from us, that you can go to your visa interview, okay? And now as I already mentioned to you about the application, about the discount, and of course, as I mentioned it to you, this is only available if you are applying through our trusted partners who are here with us today. And basically, thank you for organizing this session, because I was invited and I'm really grateful for it. But now let me move a little bit to let me say about some words only why students, like, let me talk about say the words of the students, so why they choose Budapest Metropolitan University. Firstly, because we have a very special approach, which is called the My Brand. It's a very practical, practice-based orientation. We involve students in the classroom. So please remember that basically it's a whole day of classroom teaching, a whole day of training during your studies. This is during your studies, okay? And then another catching point, which is it's an amazing program, is the Erasmus Mobility Scholarship Program. So as you can see on my slide, we have over 200 international universities we are partners with. I am just showing you a couple of them on my slide, basically highlighting for you the ones that has been chosen the most from our students. So basically, I highlighted for you some of the universities: Germany, Netherlands, Spain, France. So those universities that our international students has been choosing the most. But what does this mean, this program? Let me explain it to you. It's an amazing opportunity. So basically, this Erasmus scholarship. So you will be studying at Budapest Metropolitan University, and the first year you have the choice to start to study a new language for free of charge. You will not need to pay. So maybe, as I just mentioned, a couple of countries, maybe you will be saying that you were always interested in going to Germany. So you will say, okay, I will pick German language and I will be studying for the first year within, of course, your normal studies. So of course, you are on your first year with your normal study program, and you will start studying German, for example. It's free of charge 4 times a week, okay? 4 times a week you will have German language to study. And then on your second year, you can go to Germany and study in Germany in one of our partner universities, okay? But still, please remember, paying the low fees of Budapest Metropolitan University. So please remember, so basically, physically, you are joining another European university. It was just an example. You can choose Italy, so start studying Italian and then go to Italy, or French and go to France. It's just a couple examples I'm giving it to you. Swedish, Danish, Spanish. So you have so many choices. As I mentioned, over 200 partner universities we have. And you will be physically in the country, maybe now Italy, if it's more attractive. And you will be getting, as a scholarship, 500 euros per month. Okay. I'm not saying that in Italy or Germany or that you will be the king or the queen of the night, but this we make sure for you that this is a nice pocket money for you. Each month you will get this. And what is also very important to mention, that you can collect and transfer your credits back to Budapest Metropolitan University. Okay, so please do remember that you will not lose credits studying abroad with this Erasmus scholarship program. Okay, so please do remember this is a very attractive, and I like to highlight that we do have some state universities in Hungary that the seats are limited for Erasmus scholarship. So basically, the seats are taken by Hungarian students for the Erasmus program, and international students will not have the opportunity to participate. But I would like to mention to you that we have over 200 also seats for you as international students. So please, if you come to Budapest Metropolitan University, I always suggest that we will support you, we will help you, but please do take this opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity that you can even go to a different country, and it's within your studies. And there is one more program which I really would like to show you. Basically, please remember that this program is only offered for tourism students. So it's happening in Florida, Miami, in the Frenchman's Creek Golf Country Club. So basically, after your studies, so once you completed your studies, bachelor studies, you will be able to apply for the program. Then go to United States and be there for 1 year. So this program is for 1 year. Please remember, I am mentioning, yes, very important that you will need a J1 visa, but you can get it from Budapest. So you do not need to travel back home to your city or to Dhaka or whichever city you are coming from. You will get the J1 visa from Budapest, okay? As I mentioned to you, it's kind of an internship, so you will be making $8.25 per hour. I'm not saying that this is the greatest salary in the USA and in Miami because it's the minimum wage, but please do remember that it's a nice pocket money because you do not need to pay for food or accommodation at all. So basically, you do not need to spend this 1 year being there and getting experience and working there. You do not need to spend it. It's your pocket money. Okay, so please remember it. And what is nice about this program, that after the 1 year you spend there, you will have 2-3 weeks to decide that maybe you would like to start searching for a job because you decide you will try to stay in the United States, or you will have 2-3 weeks to travel around the United States. So maybe you will say, okay, now I have been in Miami, but I would like to see more. Maybe I will travel. You have 3 weeks to travel. Maybe I will see New York. But please remember, this program is available for our tourism and catering students, okay? And just as a summary, basically, maybe I'm just highlighting that Budapest Metropolitan University, basically, please remember, offering unique programs, as I showed it to you. We do offer scholarships, as I showed it to you, 2 kinds of scholarships. So opportunities to go abroad. And after your graduation, yes, please remember, after your graduation, we will help you. We have all our resources to find a job if you decide that you would like to stay here in Hungary. We have a career center, and also Hungary is offering, yes, sorry, I did not mention, a 9 months stay back option, okay, after graduation. So it's also very important to mention. So that was basically my presentation, presenting Budapest and Hungary. And I would love to hear if you have any questions. I can answer your questions.
Okay, Nora, could you please hand over the mic to the host to Nafis, so he can.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the. Do you have it?
Sure. Let me just.
So he can one by one he can introduce the students to you, so they can ask you the questions.
ওকে, পার্টিসিপেন্টদের মধ্যে আপনারা যারা আছেন, আপনাদের কারো যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে, জাস্ট হচ্ছে কি আপনারা থামটা এইভাবে করবেন, ঠিক আছে? থামটা এইভাবে করবেন। কারো যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে, আমরা একজন একজন করে সুযোগ দেব, আনমিউট করবেন। প্রথমে মিস্টার, আপনার নাম দেখা যাচ্ছে না, আপনি জাস্ট ব্ল্যাক টি শার্ট, ঠিক আছে? আপনি থামটা আবার করুন এভাবে। হ্যাঁ, ইয়েস।
I handed it over in the meantime.
ওকে, আনমিউট করুন আপনাকে।
Oh, sure.
ওকে।
Sir, is it me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, sir. Sir, I'm 34 years old. Currently, I'm doing my MA program in English Language and Literature at Shahid Sohrawardy College under Dhaka University. Can I apply for any program? Would you please I would like to know that.
Yes, sure. Let me just understand that you already have your bachelor's degree and you are 35 years old, correct?
Oh, ma'am, excuse me. I didn't have a bachelor degree of 128 credits. I have had my bachelor degree of 82 credits and 3 years course. It was 3 years course.
Okay, so if you have your bachelor's degree, yes, you can. Then yes, although 34, 30, I mentioned 33, but 34, it could be, it's not such a, it's just 1 year, so we can try, absolutely. But first we need to take a look at your documents.
Okay, yeah, I have documents, and I had a break of study from 2005 to 2013. There was 8 years study break. Can I eligible to apply for any program?
8 years? We have to check the documents, to be honest, because it's individually, case by case is different.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I will meet you through our
because
yes,
if you have a professional work experience which you can attach, then I would suggest that we should try. Yes. Because that could save the gap. So yes, let us check the documents exactly.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have 3 years experience in proofreading at the University Press Limited as a proofreader, and it was former Oxford University Press. And I have 3 years experience of proofreading at the University of.
Okay, because please remember, then you have to attach your work experience as well.
Well, yes, I have, and I will submit to the recommended partners.
Perfect.
What is your good name, sir? What is your good name?
Sorry, my name?
Yeah.
Yeah, me, Bilal Hussain.
Bilal Hussain. Okay, thank you, Bilal Hussain. Anyone next?
Thank you, sir.
Why Nova 3I?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? I am Shafiq Rahman.
Okay, Shafiqur Rahman, please ask your question to Nora.
I am from Bangladesh. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sure. I can hear you very well. Please.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm
I cannot see
listening.
you. Okay. I am Shafiq Rahman. I am from Bangladesh. I have complete LLB honors 130 credits 2013. So I want admission in a master program or tourism or catering service. Can I admit there?
Sorry, I did not hear what you have completed. I just heard about tourism.
He just said that he just completed bachelor degree from LLB.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he wants to apply for master's program in tourism and catering. So is he eligible or not?
Yes.
For now, I will need to check because we did not have for the September intake in masters tourism and management starting. So I will need to double check for you because as far as I have seen, we are only opening it for September intake. So let me confirm it back to you.
September. Okay. So at this moment, I have no any option.
Okay, Mr. Shafiqur Rahman, sir, do you have any other questions?
Yes, I have another question.
Okay.
I want to another subject. I have complete bachelor degree, so I want another option or masters or any short course I want to admit.
Okay, I do understand. Nora, what he is asking that he would like to, if he is not able to apply for the tourism hospitality management in MSc,
for business.
Like to apply for another subject. Which subject would be good for him to apply?
Yes, business, either business management and leadership. Sure.
Okay, now I'm looking for Mr. Motaleb Hussain. Motaleb Hussain, can you please unmute yourself?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll contact with
Please.
them.
Yes, please, and we can take a look at your documents as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But
Thank you.
any business related, if you are
Yeah.
interested, except tourism, yes, sure, we can.
Okay, thank you so much. I will contact with them.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Absolutely.
Mr. Motaleb Hossain.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Thank you, give for my chance. Ma'am, I complete master's program in 2015. Now I continue job. I have 6 years experience, job experience. Can I apply your university management program? Yeah.
Yes, in this case, I would
For
suggest.
master's program আর কি
Yes, in
master's
this case, I would suggest MBA in this case because exactly you have a little study gap, but 6 years of experience, so I would suggest MBA.
yeah. I have no IELTS.
It's not
Can I
required.
apply?
Yes, you can. It's not required. IELTS is not required.
Okay, sir, do you have any other questions? I'm looking for Mr. Shah Iftekhar Choudhury. Mr. Shah Iftekhar
Okay.
Choudhury, can you hear me?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Shah Iftekhar Choudhury.
I completed my MBA in 2010.
Okay.
After that, I am doing job. I want to study in management and leadership master's program. Is it okay?
From our side, yes. I would suggest yes, exactly management and leadership master's program, and you have the work experience, which it really need to be highlighted because for the embassy, not from our side, but you really need to show the work experience. That's very important.
Okay, anyone else? Mr. Al Sabakais. Al Sabakais, please unmute. And
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Mohammed Kais. I am graduate 2019 for BSc in apparel manufacturing in Chittagong. I am eligible for masters or MSc. Which subject prefer?
So, if I'm understanding, you have a study gap, so you need to have some supporting documents. As it was 2019, so you have a 2-year study gap. So you can apply, but
I'm working on Excel mill as a market sales and marketing officer.
Okay, so you have a supporting document with your work experience and motivational letter.
One thing I asked textile and fashion design. I saw your attention. Which one I applied?
As you already have bachelor degrees, you must apply for the one of the master's programs. I can send our portfolio of programs, and you can check which program is the most attractive for you from the master's programs. So I am happy to send it to Nafiz, and then they can forward it to you, the portfolio of programs, and please take a look at it, but please make sure that you are applying for a master's program. And as the study gap, work experience and the motivational letter needs to be there, added.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so now Mr. Nurul Afsar. Mr. Nurul Afsar, can you please unmute yourself? সবার উদ্দেশ্যে একটা কথা, আমরা একে একে সবাইকে সুযোগ দিব ইনশাল্লাহ যতক্ষণ সময় আছে। আপনারা প্লিজ যাদেরকে প্রশ্ন করবো বা যারা কথা বলবেন, যারা প্রশ্ন করবেন তারা ছাড়া বাকি সবাই মিউট করে রাখেন নিজেকে, তাহলে ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড নয়েজটা আসবে না, আমরা ক্লিয়ারলি কথাগুলো শুনতে পারবো। জি নুরুল আফসার, আপনি শুরু করুন, বলুন। Mr. Nurul Afsar, we can't hear you properly. We cannot hear you properly, Mr. Nurul Afsar.
I have completed my BSc Fisheries Science.
Okay, can you please volume up your device?
I have completed my BSc honors in Fisheries Science in agriculture subject in 2019. Now, can I apply agriculture related subject in Budapest? Available in
Unfortunately, I couldn't hear you well. I understood that you graduated in 2019. Is that correct?
agriculture science. Fisheries science.
আপনি একটু জোরে কথা বলেন নুরুল আফসার, আপনার মাইক্রোফোনটা মুখের সামনে নিয়ে জোরে কথা বলেন, আমরা কেউ শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
জি, hello. Assalamu alaikum. I have completed my graduate in Fisheries Science in 2019.
Yes.
Agriculture related subject. Can I apply in agriculture related subject in available in your varsity?
Which one? Sorry, I didn't understand.
Agriculture and fisheries management.
No, we do not have. Yes.
Can I apply in any subject in your university?
Would you like to apply for MBA? Nurul Afsar কি MBA এর জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করতে চাচ্ছেন?
MBA it is possible. I am
If
it is
like
possible.
No, what he is asking about that if he wants to change the subject and he would like to apply for the MBA. So is he eligible to apply for an MBA? Because he did his bachelor in agriculture and the agricultural science in
Fisheries science.
Oh, and basically you started in 2019 and now it would be transferring your credits to our MBA program. So basically
Yes.
continue the studies in Budapest, your studies that you already started.
No. He has already completed his back in 2019.
Okay, so that
Switch to MBA after completing his bachelor. He'd like to do an MBA.
okay, and you do have a work experience because as I'm counting now, sorry, yes. So you have a 2 years of gap, but you do have
2 years of gap. I have work experience in technical support in Magnify Agriculture University, Magnify Agri Limited, one type
Yes.
of company.
Okay. If you have the work experience, yes, please submit your documents.
It is, but company have not permit me to document any document when I am resigned in this company.
So what we will need the work experience, the letter. So with the 2 years gap, you will need some supporting documents that you have the work experience. You know, when after your graduation, and we need to prove why there is a study gap.
IELTS is required. IELTS is required.
No else is required for this post.
So it's a must to show it to us that basically the past 2 years you have work experience.
In master's program, IELTS is must be required, naki?
Yes, it's a requirement if you have a study gap. If you just graduated, and you would like to apply, then it's not a requirement. But because you have a 2-year study gap, that's why it's a requirement.
When I am,
Afsar,
yes.
listen, Afsar, উনি আপনার কোয়েশ্চেনের অ্যান্সার দিয়েছেন, okay? You don't need IELTS to get an admission in masters. You don't need the IELTS score. No, it's not needed. But আপনাকে আপনার জব এক্সপেরিয়েন্স শো করতে হবে। আর বাংলাদেশি যারা স্টুডেন্ট আছেন তারা আপনাদের যে ব্রেক অফ স্টাডিজ অথবা যে জব এক্সপেরিয়েন্সের ব্যাপারে যদি কোনো ঝামেলা থাকে সেটা নিয়ে আপাতত ওর সাথে কথা বলা দরকার নাই। আপনাদের জন্য আমরা আছি, আমরা এটা নিয়ে ডিল করব, ঠিক আছে? আপনারা আপনাদের কোয়েশ্চেনটা শুধু নরমালি করেন, ওর কাছে করলে ও কনফিউজ হয়ে যাবে। সো আপনাদের জাস্ট যেটা বেসিক কোয়েশ্চেন সেই কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো করেন, আপনাদের যে সমস্যা আছে সেগুলো নিয়ে প্রশ্ন করার দরকার নাই।
Okay, Nurul sir. Sir. So now Mr. Sabir Ahmed.
Thank you.
Mr. Sabir Ahmed.
Thank you.
Hi, Nura. How are you? Your
Hello,
presentation.
very well.
So my question is, my passport is expired today, so I am renewing my passport. Can I apply without passport?
Without passport, no. It's a must to have a valid passport. It's a must to have.
But I have my previous passport. It's expired today. Like 16 November is the expired date.
No, it's minimum. It has to be valid for 1 year.
To renew it.
So basically, the embassy will be checking that your passport is minimum for 1 year is valid. So it has to be valid for.
So I have scheduled my passport for next renewal, but the date is February. So I think I missed the February intake, right?
It's easy when it's valid, because if it's expired, usually they put the immediate expiry date after. Like that's in Hungary. I'm not sure how you can confirm it to me, but in Hungary, if our passport expires and we extend it, we renew it, then it basically right after the date when it's expired, the date is valid from the next day.
But in our country, the system is different. Like I have applied for a renewal passport, and we are getting a new passport, like e-passport now.
Okay.
We have MRP type passport. Now we have e-passport. So schedule is based on the government needs.
And the validity, you said it's from February. Will be from February.
No, this is not the validity. This is for the appointment.
Okay.
When I have to go to the passport center.
The problem is that the embassy will surely ask for the valid passport. Without a valid passport, you will get the visa rejection. So that the only problem is that your visa will be rejected if you do not.
সাবির আহমেদ, আমি মাঝখান দিয়ে একটা কথা বলি। বাংলাদেশে চাইলে সবই সম্ভব। আপনি আপনার পরিচিত কারোর সাথে যোগাযোগ করেন পাসপোর্ট অধিদপ্তরের, আশা করি আপনি খুব দ্রুত অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট পেয়ে যাবেন। আপনি বরঞ্চ ওনাকে জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারেন যে না, হোয়ার ইজ দ্য শিডিউল ডেডলাইনটা কবে সেটা জিজ্ঞেস করেন, দেন ওই অনুযায়ী আপনি দেখেন যে ট্রাই করে দেখেন পারেন কিনা।
Okay.
Can you please mention the deadline for the last application from Bangladeshi students?
It's basically 30th of November. So the application deadline is 30th of end of this month, 30th of November.
মানে 30 নভেম্বর পর্যন্ত অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করা যাবে। অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের ডেডলাইন হচ্ছে সবার উদ্দেশ্যে বলছি নভেম্বরের 30 তারিখ, 30 of November.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Khondokar Naid, sir, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much for giving chance to me.
Okay.
Okay, Nora, good afternoon.
You too. Good afternoon. Good evening for you, basically. So
Okay,
late.
Yeah. So I have some queries to you that about your city. That suppose if I enroll or admission in your university, would I able to do a part-time job? After doing part-time job, I will be able to manage my accommodation by doing this.
Yes, basically, once you apply to the university and you will start at the dormitory, as I mentioned to you, after you can move out from the dormitory and you can search for an apartment in Budapest. So sure, you can once you are already here. And you can do part-time job 20 hours per week. So please remember it's 20 hours per week. part-time job. Which
Okay.
is a-
Yeah, it's my first question, and subsequently, my second question is that suppose I accomplished my bachelor in 2016.
Okay.
That my subject was apparel manufacture and technology. It's the one kind of a textile and fashion blended subject. Right now, I'm doing a job. I left my last job from one fashion brand from it's a France fashion retail brands. I was working in my countries as a liaison office as a merchandiser. It's the Department of Marketing and Merchandising. Would I able to get admission in your university in master program to subject name is marketing?
Yes, but we will need the work experience. So you will need to have the supporting documents of work experience to prove why you have the study gap.
Okay. Yeah, I have all those documents.
Yes.
But since maybe 1 year, I am not doing any job. I left my job for this pandemic issue. Right now, I am searching a job. So it would create any catastrophe for that to get admission.
Yes, I think, well, I'm not the admission, but the admission team will need to check the documents and they will need to answer, because honestly, I'm not checking documents. You know, it's the admission committee. So they will need to take a look at if there is a 1 year gap, that you really have a 1 year gap without work supporting documents and studies. So if you would like, please submit the documents. Iban or Nafil can send me through the email and we can check it for you. Just
Okay.
let you know.
Okay, thank you very much
Sure.
for giving such kind of information.
Sure.
Okay. Anyone from Sylhet here? Any student from Sylhet? No one. Mr. Abdulaziz.
Thank you. Ma'am, good evening.
Good evening for you as well.
Thank you giving thank you giving me chance. I want to know, I have completed my graduation in 2015. Now I am doing work. I want to apply in any subject. My subject was mathematics. My bachelor subject was mathematics. Can I apply in your university?
If you have the work experience for the master's program business, yes, but you need to have as the supporting documents the work experience.
Yeah, I have supporting documents, but I don't have IELTS. I have only 5.5 IELTS score 5.5.
IELTS is not required. If you do not have IELTS, yes, you can apply. IELTS is not required.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And which subject is suitable for me?
I would say that business. Please try to go for business management and administration.
Okay, but my background was science-related subject, mathematics.
Yes, I would pick business.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nafis, could you please ask Mr. MD Muqtadir? He's from Sylhet, so he'd like to speak out. So could you please ask him to talk?
Which one, Mr. MD? Muqtadir.
Muqtadir.
MD Muqtadir, please unmute yourself.
আচ্ছা তাহলে অন্যকে দাও
MD Muqtadir, I haven't seen MD Muqtadir yet.
He said that I'm from Sylhet. Okay. Okay, you allow other one. Okay.
Mr. Arif. Mr. Arif, can you hear me, Mr. Arif?
Hello. Me? Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Arif.
Yeah. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hello.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance. I have some questions for you. That is, I would like to go with my spouse. Okay, and this is possible with my spouse to go with your country, to your country?
So if you're applying to our university, we will send you the final letter of admission. So basically supporting documents to you for the visa interview, but your spouse need to get the visa individually, unless he will be applying as well. But this has to be done individually.
Okay, so I'm not able to get spouse visa together. Am I right?
I'm not sure if he also would like to join the university or any other universities.
Actually, I want to go I want to go for a master's program. Okay, to university. So I wanted to take my spouse over there. So how is it possible? Can you tell me more, please?
If he's applying for the university as well, let's say for MBA or master's program, it could be the same procedure as you. But if he's not applying to the university, we are not able to help with the visa. He has to be doing it individually.
Okay. Then after, if she apply individually, okay, then is there any possibility to get the visa alone?
I think, to be honest, talking from the university side, it will not be so easy. Applying from abroad, let's say for work visa, it's not an easy process. I can confirm it to you that getting a student visa, it's very different, and getting a work visa coming for work purpose to Hungary from Bangladesh, it's not the easiest, and it's a long procedure.
Oh my God.
So even you know what I would suggest, if let's say he has master's or studied MBA, I even would suggest to apply to a university to study a language. So please apply to a language studying university, because at least then it would be easier to get a visa. I can send some names of the universities which are really only offering basically language programs for 1 year, and that could be an option.
Okay, fine. But that is so tough for me to go to alone. But
okay.
One more question, please. One more question. That is, if I would like to send my tuition fee after getting visa. Okay, but I do not like to get. Hello.
No, sir. You have to pay tuition fee before visa. There is no visa opportunity here.
Okay. Just I wanted to know. I wanted to you that is if I pay my tuition fee before visa, and unfortunately if I do not get my visa from embassy, then I will to get some losses. You know that dollar prices is up and down every day. You know that is. So I prefer to send my tuition fee after getting visa. So is it possible?
No, unfortunately, it's not even the university, but the embassy is looking for 2 semesters of tuition fee that you have paid. So basically, the final letter that we issue to you, you will need to bring it to the visa interview, and we need to issue in the letter that you have paid 2 semesters of fee. So it's basically a proof for the embassy that the student has enough funds to study in Hungary. So it's a requirement.
If I show my bank statement,
yes, for the embassy, yes, you will need to show the bank statement, either you or your sponsor, and basically the bank statement should have at least 10,000 euros. The bare minimum. If you have 12,000 euros, it's good, and ideal is 15,000 euros, and it should be, the money should be on the bank account for 3 to 6 months. But I always highlight, please have it on the bank account for 6 months, not to get a visa rejection.
That is plus point for me. And thank you for
Muqtadir
thank you
Ahmed,
for
can you please unmute yourself? Muqtadir Ahmed. Can you hear me, Muqtadir?
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I have some query asking you. At first, right now, currently I'm pursuing my BBA third year, and I complete my higher study since 2007. So it will be any problem for admission for bachelor degree?
So you have studied in 2007, and since then you are working, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, right. Currently, I'm still a student BBA third year in the accounting department. But I want to study for Hungary in international business study.
Well, we would need to see your documents, to be honest, because I'm not the one who is checking. So admission committee needs to check your documents.
So there is possible to bear my expense after reaching Hungary.
এই কোশ্চেন অ্যানসার দেওয়া হয়েছে মুক্তাদির সাহেব এই কোশ্চেনের অ্যানসারটা দেওয়া হয়েছে হ্যাঁ আমরা সেম কোশ্চেন রিপিট করলে ওনারা সুযোগ পাবে না so it's better she has already answered the questions for your living expense out there in Hungary so what you have to do that you have to contact if I think you are from Silet so it's very good that you need to talk with City Education LLP you need to go there and they will discuss it with you right
okay thank you
Okay, now we are looking for Mr. Shagor. Mr. Shagor, can you hear me, Mr. Shagor? Mr. Shagor, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, I complete BSc in civil engineering last year, and I want to apply for MSc. Have any option for me?
Related to civil engineering, well, we do not offer very similar. I would suggest business.
Which subject which subject are you suggest me?
Business management and leadership.
Business management and leadership. Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, if I change my subject in masters, so is this don't create any problem in embassy related question or
once the admission committee is checking your documents and if they approve it then you will go with the final letter of admission to the visa interview.
Okay.
No, what he's asking, does it make any difference regarding his visa issuance? If he's from different discipline, right? Now he's going to apply for business management. So does it will it make any troublesome situations for him in the embassy? As he's switching from different discipline to business management, right?
Yes.
So he's asking that if the embassy sees that he's from another discipline, will it make any problem in regard to his visa applications or in visa issuance?
I will need to check this, to be honest. I don't have the answer now for you, so I will need to check. If we had a case before, check if we had a previous student like your case, and I need to check, to be honest with you, if there was any problems or if this would be an issue. So I can check for you if we had a similar students who applied for a totally different and any difficulties with the visa.
Okay, now Mr. Faisal Ahmed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I have finished my graduation at Department of Mechanical Engineering in 2020. So I am interested graphic design related subject because of I'm a freelancer in international market. So I'm interested in visual effects type of job. So could I change my subject graphic design related subject?
And also, as I understand now, you have a 1 year study gap. And do you have work experience within this 1 year study gap?
And 2020, I have finished my graduation.
Yes, yes. So it will be 1 year study gap. And do you have any work experience in the study gap?
So no problem. But could I change my subject, graphic design related subject?
We will need to check with the department. There will be a department.
Actually, I am
check.
interested graphic design related subject because of yeah.
So for you to understand, for graphic design, you must have a portfolio that you have.
Yes, I have portfolio. Yes,
sure.
No
and we are going to submit your portfolio for department check.
Yes.
And that's basically the art department who are making the decisions.
It's no problem. I have a confidence. It's no problem. Okay.
Then you should, yes. If you have the portfolio, then please do apply, and we are going to send it for the department check your portfolio.
Okay. It's okay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
For valuable information.
Sure, of course.
Okay, Sajjad Ali.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Ma'am, thank you for joining us. Ma'am, I have completed my Bachelor of Honors from Accounting in 2006. And I've completed my Masters from Accounting in 2007. After that, I have been working in a private company. Now, I have decided to go abroad for admitting any masters or PhD studies in accounting or business studies related subject. Is it so? I have 13 years study, around 13 years study gap from my masters to now. So is it possible to admit any masters or PhD program in
to be
business
honest,
studies related?
yes. So we do not have a PhD. We have an MBA program, but as I mentioned it already, basically for master's programs, we have the age requirement, and that's kind of I'm not sure that it could be 33 years old. MBA maybe a little bit older, but it's not even the university's requirement, but the embassy. So they are going to reject the visas.
Maybe. If I will give IELTS score.
No,
IELTS
is not required.
It's not mandatory.
Not mandatory. Also, the embassy is not requiring from you.
Only embassy issues is required. Age is the factor.
Yeah, age is the only one that I mentioned to you. The requirement is for masters 33 years old, and they are looking for this at the visa interview. So that's what we know.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, now move to Mr. Ikhtiar Ahmed. Mr. Ikhtiar Ahmed.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Yes, okay. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. So good evening, Nora, how are you?
Good evening.
So Nora,
I couldn't hear you.
Hello. Hello, can you hear?
Nafis, I couldn't hear you.
Even I am not. Even maybe there is a
Okay.
network issue. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Ikram, can you please repeat your question again? Okay, Mr. Ikhtiar Ahmed. Okay, so the next one is
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
now I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So Nora, good evening. So I want to tell you that I have completed my graduation in 2007, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. And I have almost 15 years working experience in multinational company, ICT related companies. And okay, so now last year I have started my master's in Jahangirnagar University in Applied Statistics and Data Science. So hopefully my master's will be completed in March or April in the next year. Okay. So I want to do my next second masters in outside of the countries like Hungary or any other.
In this case, I would suggest that apply for MBA, for our MBA program. That would be the best option, and again with the age requirement as I just mentioned. So that would be the best option for you if the age requirement is meeting our requirements.
Okay, so is there any opportunity for do your university offer the data science related subject or something like this computer?
No, unfortunately, we don't have.
Okay, so if I apply for the MBA program, so actually I joined you in your webinar in later, so I don't know, I have not heard all of your words. So is there any opportunity for a scholarship, or if I want to go with my family, like my spouse and my baby, so is it possible?
The spouse is individually has to be like, we are not supporting any visa documents for your spouse. It's only for you as an applicant for the university. And yes, we do have a scholarship. It's called the METU Excellence Scholarship. So we do have scholarship. Yes.
Yes, actually I am expecting some scholarship. And another thing that is there any opportunity for part-time work? Because if I go there, so I need to need some job accommodation for survive my family and me.
Yes, we do. It's basically 20 hours per week. So you are allowed to work 20 hours per week.
Okay. So for a scholarship, can you tell me?
Yes, it's.
It's basic. Depends on what? My result or my what?
So the scholarship, as I mentioned, it's a merit-based scholarship. We are choosing 30 new students to get the scholarship. It depends on the records of transcripts. It based on your English level skills, based on your Zoom interview performance, and basically you will get 1,000 euros from the first year's tuition fee. So it's a merit-based scholarship.
Okay, so as I already told you that my master's will be completed in March, hopefully in the March of next year. So can I apply now, or I have to apply in the next?
You have to apply for September, because if you are just completing, then it starts in February, the February intake. So it has to be for the September intake.
Okay, thank you, Nora. Thank you for giving me some time.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else, please raise your hand if you want to talk with Nora. We have seen this 19 participants we have.
I know it's getting late.
Yeah.
There, for you.
We're almost getting close. Okay, Ivan bhai, can you introduce city education to Nora?
He's outside. Okay. City education, could you start with city education? Please, unmute his invitation. I don't know. I think he's outside of the office. So I don't know whether he can speak or not. So that is the problem.
I didn't hear it clearly.
বুঝতে পারছি, ওকে, সমস্যা নাই। আই যে আপনি তো আনমিউট করা আছেন। ওকে।
So, is there anyone else who would like to talk to Nora, or do you like to ask you any questions? Is anyone there who would like to speak out or raise your questions to Nora?
ওকে, নাই, প্রোগ্রাম শেষ করেন।
Okay. So I think
রফিকুল ইসলাম, I have said রফিকুল ইসলাম।
Okay.
Mr. Rafiqul Islam, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, now I can hear you. Good.
Okay, actually I want to know something about admission requirement. Basically, I've completed my honors degree from National University and my subject was management. Currently, I'm doing a job for a pharmaceuticals company as an accounts officer, and I've been doing this job since 2013. And though I completed my honors degree, but I didn't get the chance to complete my masters. But right now, when I got stuck to get promotion, and I realized that it's much needed to get a foreign degree. So actually, I want to know the admission requirement. Will I eligible to apply or not? Though I have a bit study gap. And another thing is my IELTS score is 5.5, and unfortunately, one band I have 5, and rest of the band I have 5.5 and 6. So will I eligible or not? Please, can you tell me something
please,
about it?
so IELTS is not required. IELTS we do not require, neither the embassy is not requiring. Basically, for the master's program, we do have a strict age requirement. So that's what I have been explaining, that for the master's program, the age requirement is 33 years old. But if you have the study gap, if you are not more than 35 years old, but if you have the study gap, with the supporting documents of work experience, job experience.
Yes, I have work experience, so I think I will submit it.
Okay, so basically age is the strict requirement that we do have.
I am 31 years old right now.
Okay, it shouldn't be more than, for masters, 33, so you can fit in 31. Perfect.
Okay, now I'm looking for Mr. Abdul Baten. The last one, Mr. Abdul Baten. Mr. Abdul Baten, can you hear me?
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
You do very well.
I completed my BSc. I completed my graduation BSc in Geography from National University, 2019. I want a master's completed in your university.
My question again is, as you have 2 years of study gap, do you have work experience? Do you have any supporting documents that you can send to us that you have a study gap but you have work experience?
I have no experience in the last 2 years.
That will be a problem. That admission committee will be asking you to submit the work-related experience document, and it's a must to send if you have a study gap.
Now I is eligible for subject in your university.
Yes, if you have the work experience, like we will be asking you to send the supporting documents of work experience within the 2 years of study gap. If you have that, then you can apply, and you are not over 33.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
Okay, Nora, we are almost getting close. So do you have any last word to our students? Would you like to say something in the ending time?
Nafis sir.
Yes, Mr. Button.
জি আমার যেহেতু 2 বছর গ্যাপ হয়ে গেছে, এখন ভার্সিটির এডমিশনের জন্য আমার কি করতে পারি বা কি করা যাবে?
আচ্ছা, অসুবিধা নাই, আমরা প্রোগ্রাম শেষ করে আপনি জাস্ট আমাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করবেন, ওয়ার্ক এক্সপেরিয়েন্সের ব্যাপারে আমরা আপনাকে হেল্প করব।
জি
ওকে,
আমাদের অফিসের ঠিকানা দেওয়া আছে। হ্যাঁ ভাই, আপনি অফিসের ঠিকানাটা খেয়াল করেন, আমাদের ফেসবুক পেজে যান, আর এখানে দেওয়া আছে, চলে আসবেন অফিসে, আমরা বাকিটুকু দেখে নিব ইনশাআল্লাহ।
Even by Nora is getting late, so we have to.
Yes, I know it's getting late for you, and thank you so much for inviting me and having me here. And I know it's so late, and thanks for all of you for the participation. And please, if you have any questions, just submit to your agency, and I will be in contact.
Okay, Nora. So I think we will start to send you the files for you from Monday, and for the students we will accept in the applications from Sunday. Okay, we will see how it goes, and hopefully it will be like the previous year. We did our level best, and I think it will be the same this year and better than last year.
Yes,
and inshallah, and I say.
Even if you send me the documents, I will just take a look with the admission committee, and then once it's approved, I will ask you to make the application online.
I know the procedure.
Yes.
That is a very good procedure from the Budapest Metropolitan. I don't have to work hard for that.
Okay, perfect.
I'm glad to do it. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
And okay, so I think it's better we close the session. So for the Bangladeshi students, we would like to speak out, say something, and I think it will carry on by Mr. Nafis Imtiaz and Nora.
Sure.
Nora, we'll see how it will go, and next contact you as soon as possible. I think you have enjoyed the webinar with the Bangladeshi students.
Really, I'm so happy, and so many of you have joined. So it was really, I do appreciate it a lot that so many of you have stayed with us, and I know it's so late for you. So thank you so much for your participation.
Okay,
it was really nice.
That's great, ma'am. Thanks
for enjoying. See you soon. Have a good evening.
And a good evening. Same to you, ma'am. Have a
good night. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, students, যারা জয়েন করছেন আমাদের আজকের ওয়েবিনারে, সবাইকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ। আপনাদের মধ্যে যারা ইন্টারেস্টেড আছেন, প্লিজ আমাদের যে গুগল ফর্মে ইমেল অ্যাড্রেস দেওয়া আছে, আপনাদের যে নেসেসারি ডকুমেন্টস গুলো আছে, লাইক পাসপোর্ট, আপনার সার্টিফিকেটস, ফটো, এগুলো ইমেল করে, আর সাবজেক্টটি শুধুমাত্র আপনারা কোন সাবজেক্টে অ্যাপ্লাই করতে চান এটা মেনশন করে দিলে আমরা আপনাদের সাথে কন্ট্যাক্ট করবো, অথবা ইনশাআল্লাহ রবিবার থেকে আমাদের অফিসে কন্টিনিউ আসতে পারেন।
আচ্ছা ভাই, আমি একটু মেনশন করি, সেটা হচ্ছে ফেব্রুয়ারিতে কি আপনার গ্রাফিক ডিজাইন রিলেটেড থেকে যাওয়া যাবে?
এটা আমি কথা বলবো। হ্যাঁ, আমরা কথা বলবো, কথা বলে আমরা দেখবো। ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে কি, আমরা জাস্ট ওয়েবিনারটা করেছি আপনাদের আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং এর জন্য, যাতে আপনারা বুঝতে পারেন কি করতে হবে না করতে হবে। সো আপনারা যেহেতু সরাসরি ওর সাথে কথা বললেন, ওর সাথে কমিউনিকেট করলেন, সো নাও এখন যেটা হচ্ছে প্রসিডিউরটা তো অবশ্যই আমরা সবাই মিলে করব। আর মূল বিষয় যেটা হচ্ছে, ও আমাদের যে স্টুডেন্টদের যে বিভিন্ন ধরনের সমস্যা থাকে এবং তারা যে সাফারটা করে বিভিন্ন সিচুয়েশন করে, ফর এক্সাম্পল সেশন জটের কারণে, তারপর হচ্ছে অনেক সময় তারা ফেস করছে হচ্ছে বা ধরেন কোনো কারণে লকডাউন ছিল, যেটা আসলে সারা দুনিয়াতেই ছিল। যাই হোক, তো সেই ক্ষেত্রে হচ্ছে ওদের সাথে ওরা এই জিনিসগুলো বোঝে না। তো আমরা ওদেরকে আপনাদের হয়ে জিনিসগুলো বুঝিয়ে বলবো। সো আমরা চাইবো যে আপনারা আমাদেরকে কোঅপারেট করেন, যে আমরা যেসব ডকুমেন্টস আপনাদের কাছে চাইবো সেসব ডকুমেন্টস গুলো আপনাদের সামনে প্রেজেন্ট করেন। যদি সেটা ডকুমেন্টেশন কোনো ঝামেলা থাকে আমরা সেটা নিয়েও আপনাদের সাথে সরাসরি ডিসকাস করবো। তো আমরা রিকোয়েস্ট করছি সামনে রবিবার থেকে আপনারা কাইন্ডলি আমাদের অফিসে আসেন। সো আমরা ওইখানে বসে আপনারা যারা যারা আসবেন আমরা সবার সাথে ডিসকাস করবো। আর ওয়ান মোর থিং ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, 10% ডিসকাউন্ট এটা আমরা তখনই দিতে পারবো যখন গুগল ফর্মে নামটা থাকবে আপনাদের। সো আমি এই লিস্টটা কিন্তু আমাকে বারবার পাঠাতে বলছে, আমি ইচ্ছা করে পাঠাই নাই, কারণ বাংলাদেশে অনেক স্টুডেন্ট দেখে জয়েন করে। হ্যাঁ, কেউ অফিসে ছিল, কেউ কাজে ছিল, যেটা তো ট্রাফিক জ্যাম আছেই। সো কাইন্ডলি যারা যারা ইন্টারেস্টেড তারা সরাসরি গুগল ফর্মে আপনাদের ইনফরমেশন দিয়ে ইমেল দিয়ে জিনিসটা দিয়ে দেন। তো আমি এই গুগল ফর্মে লিস্টটা ওদেরকে দিব, ওখান থেকে যারা অ্যাডমিশন পাবেন আর সরাসরি 10% ডিসকাউন্টটা পেয়ে যাবেন। নাফিস বলো।
ঠিক আছে ইনশাল্লাহ, তাহলে আজকের মতো এতটুকুই। ইনশাল্লাহ আপনারা যারা যারা ইন্টারেস্টেড আছেন আমাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করবেন ইনশাল্লাহ। আর আমাদের ফেসবুক পেজ এবং
ইভান ভাই একটা কথা ছিল। হ্যাঁ ইভান ভাই, আমি কি আপনাদের অফিসে আসলে, আমি তো চিরং থেকে ঢাকায় আপনার অফিসে আসতে পারবো? এটা কোন সময় আসলে আপনার জন্য ভালো হয়?
রবিবারে যে কোনো সময় আসেন, রবিবার থেকে আসেন, যেহেতু 30 নভেম্বর লাস্ট ডেট। হ্যাঁ, আমি এক্সটেন্ড করতে পারবো না, বেসিক্যালি ওরা এই 10%টা শেষ হয়ে গেছে হচ্ছে গিয়ে জুন মাসে। আমার সাথে প্রতি বছর ওদের কাজ হয় এবং আমি বলছি যে আমার সাথে জেমিনি ওয়েবিনার যে স্টুডেন্ট থাকবে এবং গুগল শিটে যাদের নাম থাকবে ওরা যদি অ্যাডমিশন পায় তোমাকে 10% দিতে হবে আগের বারের মতন, প্রত্যেকবারের মতো। সো এই জন্য ও রাজি হয়েছে, কারণ ও আমাদেরকে মানে আসলে অ্যাভয়েড করতে পারবে না। আর আমার কথা হচ্ছে যে যেহেতু 10% আমার যদি স্টুডেন্টরা পায় তাহলে আমার দেশের লাভ, আমাদের দেশের স্টুডেন্টদের লাভ। সো এই জন্য আসলে এই ওয়েবিনারটা অ্যারেঞ্জ করা, যে ওদের দেখানো যে স্টুডেন্ট অ্যাপ্লাই করতেছে, এই লিস্টেড স্টুডেন্টরা থাকবে যারা এখান থেকে অ্যাডমিশন পাবে তাদের 10% দাও। সো অ্যাজ সুন এজ পসিবল। 30 নভেম্বর পরে আমি কিছু করতে পারবো না, কারণ এটা অলরেডি এক্সটেন্ডেড হইতে গেছে। আগে কিছু স্টুডেন্ট আমরা অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করে দিয়েছি, এখন কিন্তু এটা এক্সটেন্ডেড। সো আপনারা অ্যাজ সুন এজ পসিবল রবিবার অ্যাপ্লিকেশন মধ্যে করেন। কাজ ভাই যদি চিরাঙ্গে থাকেন, আপনি আমাকে চিরাঙ্গে আপনি ডকুমেন্টস গুলো সেন্ড করেন, আমরা ডকুমেন্টস গুলো দেখবো, তারপর এক সময় আপনি আসেন, এসে আমরা আপনার সাথে কমিউনিকেট করবো। আপনি জাস্ট মেইলে লিখবেন যে আমি ওয়েবিনারে ছিলাম, আমার গুগল শিটে আমার এই নাম্বার, এই মেইল নাম্বার, আমি গুগল শিটে আমি আসছি। সো ভাইয়া আপনি আমাদের ইটা ফরওয়ার্ড করেন, আমি আপনার ডকুমেন্টস গুলো ইমেলে দেখে চেক করে ফরওয়ার্ড করব, তারপর ওরা আমাকে জানাবে যে এটা হবে কি হবে না, তারপর আমি অ্যাপ্লিকেশনে যাব। এর মধ্যে আপনি এক সময় চলে আসবেন, আমরা আপনাকে নক করবো ইনশাআল্লাহ।
ভাই পাসপোর্টটা তো মনে আমি মাসের শেষের দিকে পাইতে পারি, বুঝছেন? আমি
ভয়ের কিছু নাই, এই মাসের শেষ হলে 30 নভেম্বর হইতে পারবে না। আপনি আগে অফিসে আসেন, এসে নাফিস বা আমি একজন থাকবো, বিশেষ করে নাফিসই থাকবে সবসময়। নাফিস এই জিনিসগুলো খুব ভালো বোঝে কি করতে হবে, ডকুমেন্টেশন ইজ অ্যান এক্সপার্ট আউট দেয়ার। সো কথা হচ্ছে আপনি নাফিস আপনাকে জিনিসগুলো বুঝিয়ে বলবে। 30 নভেম্বর আগে আমাদের অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করতে হবে। ইন দ্য মিন টাইম যত ধরনের ডকুমেন্টেশনের প্রক্রিয়া আছে সেটা করে ফেলেন। আমি আপনার ডকুমেন্টস পাঠাই দিয়ে বলছি পাসপোর্ট আমাকে দিবে, আমাকে 30 নভেম্বরের আগে আমি অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করবো, পাসপোর্ট 30 নভেম্বরের আগে পাইলেই হইলো। আমি আগে আপনার ডকুমেন্ট আছে। আর কারো কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন?
এখানে ব্যাংক সলভেন্সি প্লাস আনুষঙ্গিক খরচ কোনটা কিরকম আসতে পারে ইয়েতে?
আচ্ছা, এত রাতে আমরা এক্সাক্ট ফিগারটা তো আপনাদের বলতে পারবো না। ব্যাংক সাপোর্ট, ডকুমেন্টেশনস, এগুলা নাফিস, আমি বারবার বলছি নাফিস অনেক এক্সপেরিয়েন্স। আমরা তো বুদাপেস্ট মেট্রোপলিটন আদার্স ইউনিভার্সিটিতে হাঙ্গেরিতে অনেকদিন ধরে কাজ করছি, তো হি নোজ হোয়াট টু ডু। সে অনেক ভালো সবকিছুই জানে। আপনারা আমাদের অফিসে আসেন, অফিসে আসার পরে আমরা ইন ডিটেইলস আপনাদেরকে ব্যাংক সাপোর্ট বলেন, আদার ডকুমেন্টেশনস বলেন, সবকিছু হেল্প করবো ইনশাআল্লাহ। আমরা এই জন্যই আসছি আপনাদের সাথে, ঠিক আছে? কারণ ইউনিভার্সিটি তো ও আপনাদের সাথে আমরা কেন মিডিয়েশন কমিউনিকেট করে দিচ্ছি, যাতে আপনারা বুঝতে পারেন ওই ইউনিভার্সিটি কেমন, কারণ ওর জিনিসটা ও সবচেয়ে ভালো বলতে পারবে। ও যখন ওর জিনিসটা আপনাদেরকে প্রেজেন্টেশন দিয়েছে, আর বাকি যে ডকুমেন্টেশন, আমি বাংলাদেশি আপনি বাংলাদেশি, সো আমরা জানি কি ডকুমেন্টেশন ওকে দিলে ও জিনিসটা বুঝতে পারবে, সেটা আমাদের দায়িত্ব, ঠিক আছে? আর কারো কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন?
ঠিক আছে ভাই, থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমার একটা কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল, সেটা হলো যেহেতু অ্যাডমিশন হয়ে গেলে ইন্ডিয়াতে কতদিন স্টে করা লাগে ভিসা পারপাস?
আচ্ছা, ইন্ডিয়াতে যেটা লাগে সেটা হচ্ছে হাঙ্গেরি এম্বাসি ডিপেন্ড করে। ফেব্রুয়ারি ইন্ডিয়া যেটা সবসময় দেখে আসছি, ওরা একটা এক্সটেন্ডেড হইতে যায়, তাড়াহুড়া করে। তো এই অনেক সময় এক্সটেন্ড হইতে যায়, অনেক সময় তাড়াহুড়াও করে। তো আমাদের মূল বিষয়টা মাথায় রাখতে হবে, করোনা সব এখনো যায় নাই। তো ওদের লোক সংখ্যাও কম এখন। হ্যাঁ, তো আমরা যেটা করব, আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরা ইন্ডিয়া ভিসা নিয়ে আমাদেরকে অ্যাডমিশন, আগে আমাদের ইন্ডিয়া ভিসা নিয়ে তারপর হচ্ছে গিয়ে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করতে হবে ওই অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্টের জন্য। আপনারা যাবেন নির্দিষ্ট দিনে, আল্লাহর মধ্যে যে এখানে আপনি ইন্টারভিউ দিবেন, ইন্টারভিউ প্রিপারেশন আমরা করবোই আপনাকে। তারপর আপনারা যখন যেখানে ফাইলগুলো সাবমিট করবেন, তার এক সপ্তাহ পরে আপনি যেহেতু করোনা সিচুয়েশন, আপনি পাসপোর্ট উইথড্র করে চলে আসবেন, চলে বাংলাদেশে চলে আসবেন, আপনি আপনার কাজ করতে থাকবেন। ওরা আমাদেরকে যে ইমেলটা আমরা ভিসা অ্যাপ্লিকেশন ফর্মে দিয়ে রাখবো, যেটা দিয়ে আমরা কমিউনিকেট করবো, ওইখানে ওরা অ্যান্সার আমাদেরকে দিয়ে দিবে। এবং ইনশাআল্লাহ যে এভাবেই অ্যান্সার দিই, আমি বুঝতে পারবো যে ও ভিসা হয়েছে কি হয় নাই।
আচ্ছা,
ইটস অ্যাবাউট 5 years এক্সপেরিয়েন্স এই বিষয়ে শুধু হাঙ্গেরি। সো এটা নিয়ে ওয়ারিড হওয়ার কিছু নাই। আপনাদের কাজ হচ্ছে আমরা ডকুমেন্টেশন ক্লিয়ার করবেন, 2 নম্বর হচ্ছে যেভাবে গ্রুম করব সেভাবে গ্রুমড হবেন, এমবাসিতে যাবেন, ইন্টারভিউটা পারফেক্ট ওয়েতে দিবেন, চলে আসবেন, বাকি সব ইনশাআল্লাহ হয়ে যাবে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, ধন্যবাদ।
আর কারো কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন? এনিওয়ান এলস?
না, কোনো প্রশ্ন নাই খুব সম্ভবত। যাক, সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ যারা জয়েন করছেন। খন্দকার নাহিদ, আলসাবা কাইস, ইখতিয়ার আহমেদ, এমডি ফয়সাল আহমেদ, নুরুল আফসার, রফিকুল ইসলাম, সাগর, শরীফ এবং হৃদয়, আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ। ইনশাল্লাহ আমি অলরেডি সবাইকে আমাদের ইমেল অ্যাড্রেস গুলো টেক্সট করে দিয়েছি। ঠিক আছে, আপনারা আপনাদের ডকুমেন্টস গুলো মেইল করে দেন আমাকে, আমরা দেখার পরে ইনশাল্লাহ আপনাদের সাথে
আর রবিবারটা একটু রিমাইন্ড করে দাও,
শুরু করব।
সানডে থেকে আপনাদের অ্যাপ্লিকেশন শুরু হবে। হ্যাঁ,
আর অ্যাপ্লিকেশন ডেট কিন্তু 30শে নভেম্বর। হ্যাঁ, এটা মাথায় রাখতে হবে, নভেম্বরের 30 তারিখ। সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু বি হারি। ঠিক আছে, আজকের মতো ভালো থাকবেন সবাই, ইনশাল্লাহ সবার সুস্থতা কামনা করছি। ভালো থাকবেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহি ওয়া বারাকাতুহু।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমাদের ওয়েবিনার এখানে শেষ করছি। ধন্যবাদ।